Hey guys, so I thought I would try something new. I'm going to do a little bit of a vlog type video. So I made two spinners and I have one with all of my projects on them that I'm currently working on. And then I made another spinner with different time amounts. So I did like an hour, 2 hours, 45 minutes, 30 minutes, 20 minutes, I think, and even 10 minutes. And so my idea is I'm going to spin the spinner to see what project I'm going to work on, and then spin the other spinner to see how long I have to work on that project. And I'll just show you a little before of what it looks like, and then a little after, after I worked on it for that period of time. Of course, if I get a time like 2 hours or something, I might not be able to do that all in one sitting, but my thought is I'm just not allowed to work on anything else until I've worked on it for that amount of time, even if it takes me a couple days. So that's why I didn't put like super long amounts of time. I wanted it to be pretty doable for me. And then of course the little short increments of time are just little fun, fun ways to mix it up a little bit, where I could, if I get like 10 minutes, I can work on something for 10 minutes, spin again, work on something else, so it kind of breaks it up. So I've already spun the wheel. I will put a video screenshot of it here. So I spun for the project, and it is my yellow hexagon cardigan that I am making, and I'm pretty close to getting that one done. And then I also spun for the time I need to work on it, and it's an hour. So starting off with a bang, which that's good because I probably need about an hour to finish it up. I think I could probably get it pretty close to being done, if not finished, in an hour. So that's good because I've needed to sit down and finish it for a while. It's just one of those things that I don't know what it is, but I get close to getting something done and then I just quit working on it, and it just makes no sense. So I'm going to show you real quick what it's looking like and tell you what I have left to do on it. And then when I'm done working for the hour, I will jump back on and show you what that looks like. So I think that, I'm not sure how long I'm going to kind of run this vlog for. I'm not used to doing vlogs, so bear with me as I kind of figure it out, but it's something I've kind of debated on doing for a while, and I think this is a really fun way to kind of get into it. So I don't know how long I'm gonna make this last. I don't know if it'll be like a full week of me doing this or a few days or what that's gonna look like. I do go back to work. We were on spring break and I work in the school system, so I was off, and now I start back work this week. So of course my crochet time is going to be less than it was this past week. I should have done it this past week, but it's fine. So I just thought I'd try this out. I hope you enjoy it, and let's just get into it. Okay, so here's where I'm at with it. Sorry about the lighting. It's really rainy outside. And I didn't want to turn all my lights on. So this is the Karen Colorama Halo. So if you can kind of see, it's got a lot of fuzziness to it. It's really soft though, not scratchy at all. So it's an ombre yarn. So you can see when I started, you start here with the two hexagons. So this is the lighter color, and then it fades, or I guess I wouldn't really be fading, but goes into that darker yellow color. So where I'm at now, I have the sleeves done and cuffed. I have it sewn together. I also have started to add rounds on the bottom, so that's where I'm at right now. I want this to kind of hit a little past my waist area. I don't want it long, but I also don't want it short. So I definitely have a few more rounds I need to do to make this longer. And then the last step is to go all the way around this way several times back and forth to add more rows around the neckline and stuff like that. So also all the ends I have not woven in yet. Also, I've put this project down a few times and picked it back up. And I have a really bad habit of not writing down what hook size that I used. So I kind of messed up. I'm pretty sure I've used a few different hook sizes on this. And so one thing I noticed is like where I joined, it looks looser. I did redo it with a smaller hook size, but you can still kind of see where it's joined there. There's just bigger holes. Hopefully though, when it's on, you can't really tell that much. So yeah, let's see how much I can get done in an hour. It is a Sunday afternoon right now. What is the date? April, I don't even know what the date is right now. That's sad. I think the 6th. So, Sunday afternoon, I think I should be able to put in an hour on this. So we'll see what I get done. I'll show you the progress, and then if I do anything else, I'll make sure to fill you in on that as well. Okay, so I had some extra time at work today because we actually had some flooding in our area, so we didn't have the students here today. So I had a little bit of time this morning to work on my cardigan. I also worked on it a little bit last night, so I have worked on it about an hour total, and I didn't get as much done on it as I thought that I would. I thought that I would get it pretty much done in an hour, but I got the length added on. I got that finished up, and the only other thing I need to do is just the rounds that go around the neckline and the front of the cardigan, and then also around the bottom for the edging, and just weaving in the ends. So I debated on going ahead and finishing that up or spinning the wheel again to see what other project would be next. So I decided to go ahead and spin the wheel. And I landed on, I will show you the footage as I'm talking, but I landed on this wrap cardigan by MJ's Off the Hook designs that I'm working on. I'm not going to be able to one-handed show you this, but basically I have the wrap cardigan done itself. I just need to do the sleeves. So I'm going to be, also the time was an hour, if you didn't see that up there in the visual, in the video I put up in the corner. I also am working on this one for an hour, so an hour is where it's been lately. So I will work on that later tonight and see how much I get done on that in an hour. And then I'm going to decide if I'm going to, after I work on that one, just go ahead and finish this one up since there's not much left. But we'll see. I will definitely fill you all in as I go. Okay, so I've come to close to an hour on my wrap cardi that I was talking about earlier. And this is how far I got on the sleeves. So I had mentioned that I have the body of the cardigan done, and I just needed to make the sleeves. Now this pattern, I will say I did get distracted on my phone a little bit, watching some YouTube shorts. So it wasn't quite an hour, but it was pretty close to it. And I only got these rows done on the sleeve. This is not necessarily, I guess, like a super complicated pattern, but it's one that you have to really focus and pay attention to, especially since I'm just starting out, and it's like a 4-row repeat, so each row is different for those 4 rows, and then you repeat those. So I think this is the type of pattern that if I don't finish it out, I'm gonna get confused when I come back to it. So I probably am going to get both of these sleeves done, or at least one of the sleeves done, depending on how long it takes me, and then I could always do the other sleeve at another time. But I feel like even though I've completed the hour for this one, I am going to continue at least with this one sleeve so I don't get confused and come back to it later. So I will check back in when I either finish both sleeves, one sleeve, whatever the case, or whenever I go to spin the wheel again. So this has been actually really fun. I know I've only spun the wheel twice, but it's actually helped me to focus on projects that I really needed to get done and just haven't focused on. And so now I'm super close to getting this done, as well as the yellow cardie. So part of me wants to get those done before I start working again on anything else, but I'm having so much fun with this, so we'll see. I will definitely check back in when I have some more progress to show you, and I hope you guys are enjoying this. I know it's a little new, it's a little different. It feels kind of silly for me to, not silly, I guess, just kind of like not the norm. I'm not used to vlogging at all, so I don't know if I'm like over talking or under talking or showing too much or too little, but y'all let me know in the comments and we can tweak it from here on out. And I know the more I do it, the more comfortable I'll do it if you all like these videos. So anyway, I am probably going to do a little bit more crocheting. I've got to get my 6-year-old to bed, and then we'll see. I might read for a little bit or crochet. So I will let you know. Okay, it's a few days later now. It's actually Saturday morning, and I didn't get a ton of crochet done this week just because my first week back to work after spring break, and just kind of busier. So this is what I have so far. I continued to work on the wrap cardigan by MJ's Off the Hook that I was talking about. This is the first sleeve. So I've probably worked a couple hours total since I last talked to you. And this is all I have. And I got a row counter so that I can actually not lose track of where I'm at. These are going to take so much longer than I thought. I'm on row 16. I have to get to row 38 in the repeat, and then I think there's a couple rows after, and this is just sleeve 1. It's not that it's a hard pattern, it's just one that you have to constantly check the pattern to make sure that you are doing the correct repeat for that row, because it is a 4-row repeat. And so I'm enjoying it. It's just going to take a lot longer than I thought. So I'm actually going to spin the wheel again, and I will check back in with you after I do that. I'll screen record it and I will put a little video of it up in the corners. So I will check back in just a few. Okay, so I think this is your first time seeing this, which is really exciting. By the way, if you can hear our sound machine, I just realized it was still on. We sleep with one of those white noise sound machines, and I still have it on. So if you can hear that, sorry. But this blanket, I don't think I've shown before, so I'm excited to show you. So I wanted to use up some of my yarn off my shelf. And I did a recent video where I talked about yarns that I bought and never used, and I will link that in the description. But this yarn is one of those, and it is the Fable yarn from Premier. This yarn is very, very soft, very thick and squishy, and I had about 6 skeins of it. So what I decided to do was make a quick, big, and bulky blanket. I know, shock. Like, I've said a million times that I am not a blanket person because I get bored of them and then I don't finish them. The only blankets I've ever finished, I've finished a couple blankets for gifts and then my scrap blankets. And I realized the scrap blankets, they're so mindless for me because it's half double crochet, 2 strands together, so they work up really quick. Well, look at this. Like, this is so thick and squishy that it is working up so quickly. I'm using a 12mm hook. Also ignore my nails. I need to redo them. A 12mm hook, so it's working up so fast. I'm doing half double crochet in the back loop to give it some texture. And honestly, I'm just doing super random, just using up these skeins, and we'll see what it turns out like. I've already used, I think 2.5 maybe. It's gonna be a small blanket. I really just wanted this for a little like sit in bed and crochet and cover yourself with a small blanket type blanket, if that makes sense. So I have the rest of this skein left, and then I have some of this one. I did use this before. Let me zoom in up here. Right there, that little colorful little octopus guy was made with this yarn. So I have a little bit of that left, and then I do have this blue. So again, the blue totally doesn't match at all. I did debate ordering some more of this color. I really love this. This is actually a different skein right here with the green, but I think they blend really, really well together. So working on the pink, and then I'm either gonna do one of these, not sure which one, and just finish those out. And so I think the blanket will be about double this size, which I think will be perfect for like a lap blanket. So as you can see, I spun for, is spun a word? I spinned the wheel and got 2 hours. So basically I'm just going to finish this blanket up and see what it looks like. So I'm excited. I've been wanting to finish this up. I started it over spring break, so let's do it. So I'm officially done with the Fable blanket. I ended up getting a stomach bug over the weekend, so I didn't crochet any yesterday. I just felt so horrible. I slept most of the day. Today, I finished this up though, and feeling a little bit better. So I'm in my basement right now, and the lights are kind of dim, so the colors aren't probably going to show up as bright as they are in person. But this blanket ended up being the perfect size for a lap blanket, just to throw over myself when I'm sitting on the couch or in bed or whatever. So I will definitely show this to you in better light when I wrap up this video, when I'm feeling a little bit better, hopefully tomorrow. But I just wanted to quickly show you what this looks like. I'm going to go ahead and continue to spin the wheel and vlog what I'm making, but I'm going to make it into a part 2 video. So I'm going to go ahead and film that, and if you'd be interested in seeing that video pretty soon, then let me know in the comments. I hope that you enjoyed this video. It's a little bit something different. So yeah, happy to have this done. So unfortunately, I did not film a finished look at the blanket. I was sick, as I said in that clip, and I just got back to work today, so I have not had a lot of energy. So I did not get that filmed, but I promise to put that in my next video, which will be coming out soon. So stay tuned.